What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Golden, and welcome back to another anti-character drill guide. Today, we are finally talking about Zafina, my second heart, my other character that I play on the regular. This is my secondary character. So, we have a lot to talk about with Zafina. So, first, our game plan today, we're going to be talking about our drill guide for the first part, and then we'll go into her stances. She has 3 stances: the Scarecrow, the Mantis, and the Tarantula stance. I will be going over all 3 of these stances to a T. So without further ado, let's get right into the video right now. As always, you want to set your training mode to defense and have your action intervals to either short, normal, or slow, depending on how fast or how slow you want to learn. Starting off with action number 1, we have the down forward 4-1. Now this move I throw out a lot. It is -9 on block, so to counteract this you gotta sidestep right and then punish accordingly. I like to do my 13 frame punish when you sidestep, so practice sidestepping this, because as myself I do throw this move a lot out and it does not get punished because it is -9 on block. So this is very safe for me to be throwing out. I can also cancel this stance. Well, it's not a stance, but I can also cancel this move and actually block when you are trying to punish it. So just bear that in mind. You want to sidestep right and just punish accordingly. Of course, you can sidestep to the left, but it's kind of inconsistent though. So I don't recommend you sidestep to the left, but you can do it if you have the right timing. Just like this. You can also sidewalk it, but I wouldn't recommend you sidewalk. You just sidestep to the right or to the left. That's fine. Just like this. You can't go wrong here. Next, with action number 2, we have the down 4-3. Now this is technically her can. So just like how every can is with Jun or Asuka, you want to duck the second hit and launch. So even if you get hit by the first low right there, you can still duck and you can still launch this every time for Zafina. I like to throw this out a lot because sometimes people are very antsy trying to attack Zafina. So I like to throw it out to try to get a counter hit and then launch them for it. So, and as always, to be defensive with Zafina, I would like to throw out this can. Sometimes I don't use it all the time, but I do sometimes, majority of the time, depending on how my opponent works or how my opponent is acting. In a way, it could be either aggressive or maybe defensive. So if I see an opponent that's very defensive, I try not to throw this move out. Next, with action number 3, we have the Manticore, which is a 1+2 4-4. Looks like this. So I throw this out a lot because to try to catch people's timing at the 3rd hit. But what you want to do is interrupt the last hit. If they go full combo for it, if they go, sometimes people don't actually throw this out. It is -10 on block, so you can wait until the whole string is finished and you can punish accordingly. Now, if they only do the first and the second hit, you could still punish this with a 10-hit combo. So I would recommend you either interrupt it or just wait for the full string to finish and then punish accordingly with your 10 frame. In my case with Reina, I have the flash punch. Now use whatever punish works for you. It's -10 on block, so just be there in mind that you can punish this a 10 frame or you can interrupt it the 3rd hit if they go for it. Now I usually go for it a lot because the 3rd hit usually they don't usually expect the 3rd hit happening, but you can punish accordingly. 10 frame if they finish the whole string, just like that. Next, for action number 4, we have the down 4-2. Now this is a launch. It's -12 on block. I usually like throwing this out to catch people's timing. So it's -12 on block, so go for your 12 frame punish or your 10 frame punish. I usually, if someone is trying to be very aggressive towards me, I usually like to throw this out so I can catch their timing, like so. But it is -12 on block, so I'm very taking a risk when going for this down 4-2. But Sometimes people don't punish this for some reason, but I'm teaching you now to punish this every time you see it. Go for your 10 frame. I recommend going for your 10 frame, to be honest. It's faster, and you know, you don't have to wait at least 2 frames to punish it. But just like this, I'll show you one more time. Down 4-2, 10 frame, just like that. Next, for action number 5, we have the down 3, which is the air wing pincer. Now, this move, I catch a lot of people on round start, of course. If you guys see my matches. Now, this is minus 15, very reactable. It is reactable, but sometimes people don't punish it because it is kind of fast. It's on the brink of being reactable, and like it's like in between of being reactable and unreactable. But it is minus 15 on block, so go for your launch punish. I like to throw this out move a lot because I do go into mantis stance, from this attack right here. So, but if you happen to block it, launch punish this. It's minus 15 on block. I would go for your 15 frame launcher, your while rising launcher, because it is a low. But you can also, what I like to do, low parry this attack. You know how I feel about low parrying. I love low parrying it. It's very reactable. Low parrying this attack if you need to, if you want to, depending, the options on you. Of course, you could also go for your while rising 13 frame, like me with Reina, into full heat engager, or my tsunami kicks if you're playing a Mishima like I am. But launch punish this every time. It's very reactable, and just be careful. Just be careful because she does go into mantis stance from this if you choose to, if she chooses to, and she will hit you with the mantis stance mix up and counter hit you. I've done it, don't worry. I promise you, I've done it before, and I've caught a lot of people doing it. But just like this, show you one more time. Launch punish, just like that. Last but not least, with action number 6, we have the Shirush, which is a down back 1+2, 1+2. Now, this move is very reactable. I don't throw this move out a lot. Of course, you can low parry this attack, or you can launch this before she does the second hit. This is technically her snake edge. There's other moves just like the snake edge that she has, but just like that, you just want to launch punish like this and try to catch her before she does the second move. Now, I recommend you go for your 15 frame while rising move if you have it after the block, because it is minus 16 when you block that attack, and you have plus 16 advantage. So basically, anything 15 frames or faster will interrupt her, and you will get her for a full counter launch, just like this. Now, you can wait for her to do the second move, and it is launch punishable as well. So it's minus 16. Both attacks are minus 16. So launch punish this every time. Or you can also go for your 13 frame punish. But I want you to always launch punish this every time. Of course, you can always low parry it, just like that. But I would like you to launch punish this every time, just like that. Just like that. Until full combo, just like that. All right, these next 2 moves I want to talk about briefly because, okay, so for this move, I want to talk about this tie match move. This is a 4-4 forward, 1+2. Now, this move, I use this move all the time, like I said, and it is a high. So you want to either hit her with your low move, like a dick jab, or you want to hit her with the down 4, or I have the tsunami kicks, just like this, to hit her out grounded. So you basically want to pick a move that's very, very, that can hit her on the ground, and do not try to sidestep this. I know a lot of people try to sidestep when I'm running at them because they're expecting me to go for the linear move, which Zafina has. But be careful with this move because this move can hit you, and then it goes into tarantula, and she's very evasive on the ground. So if you can duck and you hit with the low move that can hit the ground, go for it. As you can see, I'm missing a lot. It's hard to pinpoint which attack you're gonna use because a lot of the moves, they honestly whiff everything, but I think the best option is to go for your Tsunami Kiss if you're playing a Mishima, or you can Dick Jab so you can interrupt her into the stance, because once she gets hit from the stance in Tarantula, she pops out of the stance and then you can punish accordingly. So this second move right here is my Wild Rising 1-2. Now this move, I catch people a lot because they're not expecting the second hit, but it is minus 13 on block. So go for your 13 frame punish. It is a launcher. For me, I like to catch people. See, if they're ducking too much, it hits you, but it is minus 13 on block. So go for your 13 frame punish. If you bait it out the full combo, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go for the full string. 9 times out of 10 they're gonna go for the full string. So just punish accordingly. It's minus 13 on block, and she does stand up after that, so she does not go into any stance after that. So just bear that in mind. A lot of people who are aggressive get caught by this. I like to catch people with their timing with this, because, you know, from Mantis stance, I can actually hit you with this and, you know, catch you off guard. But just basically, if you see this out, minus 13, go for your 13 frame punish, 12 frame punish, or even your 10 frame, just like that. You will be fine. All right, next we're gonna cover some of the moves from Scarecrow stance. So starting off with 1, this is the spinning Sapara, which is during Scarecrow 4. Now this move I catch a lot of people doing a lot. I catch a lot of people doing this by doing this move a lot, because if you're too aggressive and, you know, you're going very aggressive, and if I go into the stance and it's an armor move and a launcher, so basically I'm catching you being aggro and I'm launching you for it. But it is minus 18 on block, so get your launch punish ready for this, because to bait it out, sometimes Zafina's gonna bait you out, and if you bait it out yourself, you will launch punish this. You should launch punish this every time, and just beat her for that. I've seen a lot of Zafinas do it. I do it myself, and I get called for it if I guess wrong, that they're not being so aggressive. They're rushing in and they happen to catch me and they block me, and then they launch me for it. It's very launchable on block, so it is very risky on my part, but the reward is so rewarding if I get it. So just like that, you want to minus 18 on block, so you want to launch this every time you bait it out, just like that. Next, I want to talk about the snake edge part of Scarecrow stance, which is a down 4-3-3. This is the double Abizu Abyss. So it looks like this. It's like a snake edge basically. So it's minus 23 on block, so launch her for this. Now you can also low parry this attack just like that, and it's very reactable. I don't throw this out at all, to be honest, because it's very reactable. A lot of people will catch me, and, you know, if they're good, you can react to this easily and you can launch me for it big time. And of course, if the first hit doesn't hit you, the second hit, you can also block the second hit and launch her for it as well. But a lot of Zafinas sometimes will throw this out to catch you off guard, because if you're not blocking low, then you are not blocking low. Next, with number 3, we have the Sinister Bite, which is also another low, but it's minus 18 on block. Minus 18 launch punisher for this. Now, this, I mix you up with this a lot in my matches with a lot of people, because they're not expecting that in the Scarecrow stance it's not going to hit you with a low. It's a long range low, so I like to throw it out because it reaches the distance and you're not expecting me to hit you from that far range with the low. But usually some people do react to it, and it is minus 18 on block, so get your launch punish ready for this during Scarecrow stance. We can mix you up with this. We can mix you up during the scarecrow stance. So just be careful with this move. A lot of flow charts I like to do is doing the Wild Rising 3 and then into this move. Because with the Wild Rising 3 move, you go straight into stance. And I catch you with the low for a mix up. Just to give you guys an example of what it looks like. Just, I'm doing this and then just like that. So if you expect that, every time, block low, launch them for that. It's -18 on block. I'm gonna show you one more time. Just like that. Boom. Just like that. That's a common flow chart that I like to use. But use it sparingly if you're playing Zafina. But if you're trying to defend this, defend that. -18, launch punish every time. Last but not least, I want to talk about Action 4. Now, I gave you a sequence of events with the Scarecrow, with the Mantis, and the Scarecrow stance combined. So this is what it's going to look like. So just imagine your Mantis and then into this. So a lot of common flowchart is hit you with that. And then if you're going to press like that, if you're going to press into Mantis, you block this and then you press, you're getting launched for it. Now, in order to defend this, it's hard because it's kind of like a frame trap. So you get hit by the first move and you're stuck. What you can do is just block. I'll be honest, just literally just block it, because there's nothing you can't do right there. I don't see any counterplay unless you see it. You see Mantis, and then just like that, the only counterplay that I can give you guys is, so for this move, for this sequence, there's barely any counterplay, but there is one that you can do, and I'm gonna show you right here. So you see this sequence right here? I mash my armor move, just like this. I'm mashing my armor move, just like that. That the only counterplay that I can give you is just mash. If you see it, if you know it's coming, just mash your armor move. Mash your armor move. It's kind of a frame trap for myself when I'm playing Zafina, and it works because I do catch people mashing and trying to poke out of it. But just spam your armor move. Hopefully it connects. you just gotta pray for the armor move to connect. I'm gonna be very honest, but this move of events is very deadly, and it does catch you because once you get hit by the second claw, it's a full launcher, just like that, tornado. It's a full combo, and you will get hit by it. All right, next we're gonna talk about the Mantis stance. Now, I'm only gonna show you 3 moves from the Mantis stance because I barely use Mantis stance, only when I'm going for mix-ups between Scarecrow and the Tarantula stance, which is the stance that we'll talk about later on in the video. But I just want to talk about the 3 core moves that I've seen and I've used in Mantis stance, and I have counterplay for it. So let's do it with the first action, which is this move right here. Same thing applies. Armor. If you see it coming out, of course you can side walk to the right. Sometimes you just gotta time it right. You can not sidestep to the left though, because you will get clipped every time. But I'd rather you sidestep to the right. Time it, because you can sidewalk just like that. Now, every time she does that move like that, she does go into Scarecrow stance. So just be careful of that, because like I showed you before, that one sequence, and then sometimes they can hit you with the armor move if you try to press from the Scarecrow stance, the one that I showed you earlier. But sometimes you just want to backdash, either backdash sometimes, or you just want to go for your long range punish. Of course, you could sidestep to the right or sidewalk to the right, depending on your timing. See, I'm getting clipped all the time. My timing is off. Just like that. You see, my timing got better right there. So basically you want to sidewalk, because it is very safe for her to be throwing this out. It's +10 on block, so just bear that in mind. Next, for action number 2 with the Mantis stance, we have the Mantis slide. So it's gonna look like this, and you cannot low parry this, but it's -22 on block. So if you see it, if you bait it out, if you know it's coming, a slide is coming, or you react to it very cleanly, launch punish just every time, just for this. Now, one thing I need to mention is in Mantis stance, it is the only stance that she can block in. So when she's in Mantis stance and you start going for your attack, she can block you. But in the Scarecrow stance or the Tarantula stance, she cannot block at all. So just bear that in mind. Mantis stance is the only stance that you can block in when it comes to her. So there you guys have it with that. Now, of course, -22 on block. So you can go for your launch punish right here, just like that. I'll show you one more time, just like that. It's a full combo, just like that. Punisher for that Mantis. Last but not least, we have the Scarecrow Strike, which is armor move 1+2 during Mantis stance. Now it looks like this. You can whip punish this because it is very short range of an attack. But if you happen to block it, -12 on block, just like that. You can also do your 10 frame punish. I like to go for my 10 frame punish for this move anyway. But you can also backdash, you know, and whiff punish accordingly. And if you're playing with Reina, you can, you know, do your 4-4-2 for whiff punish, just like this. So I'm gonna show you again. It's an armor move, 12 frame, or your 10 frame. Sometimes it doesn't reach, but depending on your range, 10 frame, just like that. Just like that. Okay, next I want to talk about the Tarantula stance. Now, a lot of people try to panic when they see this stance. A lot of people panic seeing this stance. Now, I'm going to tell you to figure out a move that hits ground hitting people. Now, if you see right there, I got counter hit, right? Now, basically with this stance, what I try to do is try to fish for counter hits and try to get you for a guaranteed down forward 1 in Tarantula stance. Now, this move right here is a low. You can also block it. It's -11 on block. You can do it like that with your tsunami kick. I have a tsunami kick. If you're playing a Mishima, they do have the tsunami kicks and they do hit ground hitting opponents. Now, if you see Tarantula stance, do not try to panic. A lot of people try to panic. They try to jab. They try to do whatever it is. Sometimes some hop kicks do hit Zafina in the ground, but not many characters can do so. But in my case, I have the electrics just like this, or my tsunami kicks. If you block it, you can also low parry that attack from Tarantula stance. However, not a lot of Zafinas gonna throw this out a lot. If they see you trying to block it, I like to throw it out a lot because not many people block low. But as you can see, I get counter hit like that, and it's a guaranteed down forward 1 in Tarantula stance, which I will show you in a bit. Now, the second move right here for Tarantula stance, it's just like this. Now, your best option is to just block and just try to, they're gonna keep mixing up. I like to do is mix up with this, the mid, and then the low, and then the mid, and then the mid, the low, just so I could catch you off guard to try to, like I said, to try to fish for a counter hit. But like I said, get your ground hitting move that you can hit on the ground and punish her for it, because a lot of people panic when they see this stance. A lot of people do, which is why Zafina is very successful, all because of this stance. It's very evasive. She cannot block in this stance, and if you actually sidewalk this, you will miss every time. Like, look what I'm doing. I'm sidewalking this. She's missing every time. You can also sidewalk. I I don't see anybody sidewalk this at all in my matches, but you can do it and you can punish her for it. However, she cannot back turn against you, so just bear that in mind. She cannot do that because this tarantula stance, her only option is to just go forward and try to attack you up front. So like I said, you can sidewalk it and then hit your ground hitting move just like this, just like that. That's the only counterplay I got for you, but just bear that in mind. They're gonna mix you up with the low and then the mid and then the low, you know, just like that. Of course, there's an armor move which is very safe. It's her snake edge, so just bear that in mind. So this move right here, this is what I'm talking about. This move right here is there is really no counterplay. I'm just showing you this move right here because it does go for a guaranteed. Once you get a counter hit it is a guarantee. But like I said before, you can sidewalk it because of the tarantula stance is very linear. Just if you want to block this, just block this. There's no counterplay for that, or unless you bait it out and then you get it with the armor move just like that. I guess you could counterplay that, but I don't recommend it because you will get clipped by the low or the mid because they will counter hit you. Of course, it does track a little bit, so just bear that in mind. And she does, this is her main way of getting out of the tarantula stance if she goes for that down forward one. So just bear that in mind. So just practice each stance by itself. I recommend if you have other options, you want to try out other options for mantis stance, figure out any other options, you can do so. I'm just giving you the core mechanics of each stance and what they do and how many players use Zafina, including myself, how I use the character and how I transition to each stance. Just remember, every stance can transition to the next stance, so just bear that in mind, that each stance can transition into the next stance. Like Mantis could go into Tarantula, and Scarecrow stance can go into Tarantula. Tarantula could go into Scarecrow. Tarantula could also go into Mantis or stand up, just like that. But with that being said, there you guys have it. I gave you all 3 stances, and I gave you a drill guide for how to deal with Zafina. Now, we have one more character left, and you guys know who it is. I can't tell you that we haven't gone this far and we have not talked about this one character, and I'm staring right at her. And I'm staring right at her right now. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. As always, to like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Let me know in the comment section down below, which character do you want a part 2 and which character you want me to go over more in depth. I will research that character because I don't use some of those characters. And of course, when Kunimitsu drops, you know I'm going to be doing a drill guide for her. So just bear that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay golden, and I'll see you guys next time on the next character guide. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here.